bits, but not for him. want stew and ale? Leave your axe at the door.
And we'll start with everyone rolling a d20. As last week, we had a fairly difficult encounter. The Mausoleum Crypt, the Baron Garrus Valus, and fighting a rather large knight with glowing eyes, and he summoned 6 statues that specifically targeted each individual who is searching in this mausoleum. And with some good eyes, the characters attempted to wash away various runes that were painted in blood on the ground. And during this, there was a lot of back and forth with good hits getting in on either side. But in the end, the knight said, "Fuck this shit, I'm out," and disappeared from sight. While the rest of the group washed away the runes and caused the statues to crumble. Not in the room when this various thing happened was Aja, who was too busy sneaking around in a different plane of existence and just wanted to get the loot for herself, and saw the sword up for grabs in the material plane, transported in, grabbed it, triggered a very elaborate trap that exploded the room and triggered several traps throughout the mausoleum. And she barely escaped with her clothing singed, blackened, and they managed to finally open the door to this treasure room. And Ashe teleported them out into the garden of the estate. And when they arrived in the garden, they saw a hooded figure that was startled at their sudden appearance out of nowhere. This figure fell back, and as they did so, their hood fell back and revealed that it was the Baroness Isera Valus. And we will start with Sheila giving us a random fact about herself.
We're not doing the questions?
Not this one.
Okay.
And in fact, fair. Have I ever? Sheila. Random fact. Random fact about Sheila is that she. Oh, okay. I'll say that a random fact about Sheila is that she is pansexual.
What is that? What's
We were just on that
pansexual?
subject. It's like anything goes, kind of.
A person
Attracted to
a person
You just
can
fall
be
in love,
attracted
and that's
to
what it's all
any
about.
gender.
attracted to personality.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, they're not bisexual. They're just like they fall in love first, and then they worry about what gender it is.
Neat.
At all.
Next up is Ashe.
Ash, who had something several weeks ago, and then we did something else, and I didn't write it down.
We can get back to you.
Yeah, give me a minute.
Alright, Cahoon.
So, Cthulhu is really conscious of other people and their body autonomy, and is realized that his only way to really help people when they're injured is via touch, and is morally finds himself in a moral conundrum every time he needs to revive someone who's entirely unconscious, because they can't give consent for him to touch them to heal them.
Is that the bystander dilemma, or is that something similar?
I don't think so. It's just
If somebody needs healed, do they have to request it, and that counts as consent?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Unless you have 10 minutes for him to say a prayer, in which case that can be done remotely.
Ponderance.
Yeah, in character creation, Ponderance selected genital style E.
Ethereal. Ghost nads.
I don't know if I have a serious one. Anything Goes came up earlier, so I'm going to say that's Ponderance's favorite musical.
Cool.
Aja.
Aja is. Let's see. What's a fun fact about Aja? Aja hasn't really, she's still, I guess you would consider her a virgin. She's never really experienced love or any kind of romantic feelings for anyone else. but she knows her parents have expectations of like her one day settling down, and she's supposedly got like marriage candidates that they're working on. But she's not gonna think about that.
Something did happen at this dinner.
That's true. Yes, something did awaken in her, and that's why she was kind of like sweating. Cause she's just like, what is happening? Why is my heartbeat racing? I'm dying. Oh God. Yes. But outside of that, I think she would have probably been considered asexual, but now she's not sure.
Loki.
Loki. Oh, yeah. Oh, growing up, Loki had a very good friend who was a gnome named Jerry,
Aww.
and there was nothing sexual.
That's wholesome, though.
Just thought I'd make that clear.
I guess that's the theme of tonight.
Yeah. Try to get away from it, can't get away from Baldur's Gate. Ash, do you have a fact about yourself?
Yes. So, you know how, like, sometimes in, I guess, like, movies or shows where there's, like, a beam of light, or, like, the fridge opens and there's a bunch of light coming out and it's just like, oh! Ash has kind of similar. Apparently this is a real thing. I didn't know that. Called synesthesia, where visual things or light can be heard as faint sounds. So, like, when she sees certain, like, I guess, like, tone of light, if that makes sense, then she can hear it.
What does blue light sound like to her?
I can feel it in my brain, but I don't know how to describe it.
Oh.
It's like a deeper noise, like you would imagine if you were in an ice cave, and just like the white noise of the. Does that make any sense at all?
Yes, I understand
Okay.
what synesthesia is. But I wasn't sure if it was like, if it's like a tone, like, oh yeah, blue noise sounds like a noise, or if it was like, no, I'm like, it's like actually associating it with like a sound, like sound of a cave that's dripping water and there's echoes of other noises, or something like that. I wasn't sure, but that's cool.
Yeah.
Does synesthesia just explain my tinnitus? Does everything makes it sound?
It's not always sound. So for some people, it can be like they taste food, and the food, they hear a noise in their head. Like, I eat this food and it sounds like a chorus singing, and I eat this food and
or
it
where
sounds like
letters or
garbage.
words have colors. Like
Yeah.
I think there's different names for those ones. Synesthesia is specificc seeing something or seeing light.
Yeah. The same thing happens with
hearing
like,
sound.
There was the largest memorized number ever. The person who did it had synesthesia, and what they did was to confirm whether or not it was true, they had them draw the shapes with like modeling clay, like 25 or 50 numbers, and then like 2 weeks later went back and said, what do these numbers look like to you? And they were exactly the same, every number.
There was a girl in our high school graduating class that had that, and she was part of the art club and did a lot of art classes. And she did this amazing painting that was both subtle and highly colored at the same time. It was something I had like never seen before. And she was like having to talk about it at art shows and in every art class. And she talked about how she has that. And her and her mom both have it where they see letters, and each letter or written character, has a color associated with it. And so like when she's reading or looking at things, it's all colored. It's not all just one color. Like if it's printed in black and white, she doesn't see the black. She sees all these other colors. And so that was like where she was getting her source of colors in her painting. And I was always just like, damn, some people really are just gifted, aren't they? But it's like, it's always been a really interesting thing where like, you know, people are like, they associate a letter with a sound or a color or a taste.
Well, speaking of colors, I want to know if anyone in the group has a light while you're in the garden. Did you bring a light with you? Because there was a torch that was lit in there.
No. Ashe did not.
Am I still on fire?
Oh, why did it back out?
I believe they put you out.
Okay.
Yeah, didn't you like roll on the floor and there was a bunch of water on the floor, so.
That's what I was hoping. Yeah. And then we teleported.
Bloody water.
Burned and dripping wet.
All right. So if it is unlit, that means that people with dark vision would not be able to see where it is. You are roughly 50 yards from the estate, so about 150 feet. You can see the estate from where you're at, the manor, and you can see many guards are running around in front of it. Orders are being shouted at them, and those who do have dark vision and can see the Baroness, I want you to make a wisdom saving throw. Aja and Loki do not have to save.
Sorry, what? You trailed
Those
off
of you
there.
who have dark vision, who can see the
that's me.
Baroness, I want you to make a wisdom saving throw,
I'm good at those.
except for Loki and Aja.
Okay. Apparently I'm only sort of good at those.
I,
Wait, I'm within 10 feet of Cocoon. I get to add 4. 16. Haha.
I don't think I do. Did you think I had dark vision for some reason?
I unsure. Looks like half the party.
Oh.
Has it.
I don't
okay.
see it under proficiencies in languages.
So it's people that have dark vision need to
It'll
make the
be
roll.
on the right side
Right.
with your
Oh,
traits.
Yeah.
oh, okay. Dark vision. I do have dark vision. Okay, I need to roll a wisdom.
I have dark
Alright.
vision just because I'm carrying a stone rune.
I have divine vision.
Both Sheila and Ashe are within 10 feet of Canoon, so they get that plus 4.
Everybody's within 10 feet of me because we just teleported.
So Ponderance and Canoon do not have dark vision. They would not have to make a save. Ashe and Sheila, you see the hood fall off the Baroness's head to her shoulders. She looks startled and surprised, but there's something that really hits you. Something in your brain that clicks. And kind of get fuzzy, like your brain kind of fuzzes out. It feels as if like you can't think straight, but you shake your head and you can see clearly once more. She looks at the six of you. Well, seven, because the baboon is still there. And she gets up and clutches something under her cloak, and then turns to look at the manor, and then turns back. And she says, "If I give you something, can you promise me safety?"
Do our best, my dear.
I need to get out of here as fast as we can.
Well, that makes all of us.
Why?
Well, I fear that some form of punishment will come my way if I'm still there. He will not be happy his most prized possession is gone.
Let's run
Do
now,
you-
talk later.
Do you have a destination in mind?
Anywhere but here. Preferably far away.
That can be arranged.
Yes, honestly, Asha, how many times can you do that?
It's.
As you are speaking,
Hang on, I think it's
an individual-
8 people, right?
8 plus yourself. An individual comes into your dark vision range. It is one of the guards. It looks rather torn up, as if scratched up by many claws of a wild animal. And he looks to the Baron and says, Baroness, and says, "My lady, we need to retreat. These are the individuals who are infiltrating the mansion. We must get you to safety now." And he
Is she
puts a
close
hand
enough
on-
to me?
Is she close to
can
us?
be. But he will grab a weapon at his side and reach for the Baroness.
If she's within, if she's within 10 feet of me, I will just go ahead and teleport us.
Okay. As the guard is approaching her, she will move closer to you, and those with dark vision can see that she pulls out what looks to be a dagger to defend herself and backs towards you. But it sounds like you are not even giving the guard a chance.
I use my why is this not working? I have an item for Thaymarsh, so I'm gonna use that. It's the map that I got from the temple, so it will take us to, I would guess, like the main entrance of the temple where Ashe was before. In Thaymarsh.
So
Text appears on your window. It says you cannot teleport while enemies are nearby.
Fortunately, you can in this sense. As the Baroness gets closer, you activate your helm, and the darkness of the estate vanishes. In Thaymarsh.
It's the boat!
Oh my god. Look at us. I've only been gone a month and so much has changed. happen when we teleport? Like, what is it like when we teleport? Is it just
It's the teleport spell, so transports you, enabling creatures. I
I
don't know.
figure
It
it's like
doesn't.
when Aja would know it from going between planes, like an instant feeling. You're just there. The sense of the sea probably overwhelms you. You've been inland for quite a while, and so you suddenly get the sense of seawater. It's more humid here, probably a bit cooler as well. And now that you are in the city, it is there are street lights, so those who were unable to see before can now see that Baroness is with you. And I want Ponderance and Cahoon to make wisdom saves.
Can I insight check her?
Yeah.
Hang on. I just want to see if she's like telling the truth, like if she has a reason to not want to be there. I guess, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So make that insight check. Cahoon and Ponderance, you get the same fuzzy-headed feeling when you first see the Baroness, but you manage to clear your mind without too much. Ash, you see a frightened woman. You haven't seen her before, so you are unsure of her normal state, like Aja and Loki now. But you see a woman who was possibly scared for her life and wanting to get out as fast as she could.
Okay. Well, I will tell her that this is a place of healing where anyone can rest. So if she wants to come in and she can get some food and some new clothes before she decides what she wants to do next. And I suggest to the party that we should all go in and rest as well.
I want you to make a persuasion check with advantage. Though literally just met.
Does anybody have inspiration? Wait, can I
can I with bardic inspiration?
Can I guidance myself?
You'd have to make those give those die to her before the check.
Do we recognize that we're in Thaymarsh?
Oh yeah, you all.
Okay. Oh, I'm so glad we're back here. Oh God. All right. Baroness, if you don't feel comfortable staying in, this place of worship, you're welcome to come to my guild hall, and we will provide you with whatever you need. Mercenaries, security, food, bath, whatever you require. My lady.
All right. You make a.
I do like.
So you don't have advantage on this one.
I don't. And I rolled a 1.
So
Cthulhu, I would say Cthulhu can't suppress the bewilderment on his face, kind of like the inquisitive look at her, and is rolling for insight.
Okay. What are you looking
for? If she's okay.
So
the killer of bears.
When you made the wisdom save, that was when you saw how incredibly beautiful, gorgeous she was, and you seemed to feel as if you might have been enchanted by her beauty. And though you may have seen that she is indeed a lovely woman, you did not fall under that enchantment. And you look at this woman, beautiful, noble woman, and see that she is frightened. With these offers of shelter, she doesn't feel as if she is safe with strangers, though. So she might go off and spend a night in a hotel or tavern herself. I am very grateful for your generosity in shelter. I really need to not be seen. She'll put the hood back over her head to hide her face. And again, thank you. I don't know what horrors were awaiting me back in the state, but here I'm sure I can at least begin my journey to find family once more.
I'm gonna, before she leaves, I'm gonna tell her that we're in Thamarsh, because I don't know if she knows that, and I will give her the map, because I can get another one.
Okay.
Are you sure you feel fine being alone? You don't need guards or anything?
No, I don't feel fine being alone, but it might be the best thing for me right now. Maybe after a night's rest, I will feel as if I can trust another person again.
Well, you know where to find us. If you need anything.
I mean,
Does she though?
I don't think she does, but
I invited her into the temple and you invited her to the guild hall.
but she doesn't know where those are. But wait, have you been? I ask her, like, have you been to Thamarsh before? Do you know where things are?
Thamarsh. Is that? I can tell by the harbor and smell of salt.
I am thoroughly convinced.
Is that harbor town to the southwest of Triton?
Yes.
I haven't been that far out of my homeland a very long time.
Oh.
Garrus
sure?
doesn't let me travel. Not after. But so no, I don't know.
That's really weird. All right.
Well,
okay.
this building here, if you ask for me, they will get me a message.
What is this temple? What is there a god or goddess that ask about?
That's a good question. I should remember that.
What a terrible. Who's your god? I don't know.
I'm a cleric.
We don't talk.
Mishakal.
All right. Does anyone know of a tavern that might have a room that's discreet?
Yes. Can I roll for history? I would assume I would know, but...
You can roll for history with advantage since you basically live here.
Mishakal is the goddess of healing and restoration. In body and spirit.
I don't know. I've been burned. I've been gravely burned. I feel like I'm going to pass out. But I know there's really good places, but I just don't know which ones would be good. Because I don't want you to go to any place that has terrible drinks or food, you know? You deserve the best, my lady.
I know the places.
Why are you all of a sudden Transylvanian?
Because we haven't played in a long time, so I've lost my accent. I have to go back to motherland.
Let's put the lid back on.
Okay, Ash, you know of a few places that might have more subtle rooms instead of lavish. Throw your money at them. Would you like to come up with a name for an inn?
Or I would suggest the Emerald Conclave.
The
A Shirley Squirrel.
give me just a second.
The Nutless Squirrel.
The Mad Chef. One chef that runs the entire place, and he's constantly mad at you for coming in and ordering stuff.
Ah, customers! The worst kind of people.
It's more of a themed restaurant. Serving those who have a specific kind of kink.
The what is it called?
The 404.
No rhyme or reason.
Aja and Cahoon are just spouting out have her name as well. Ash is
Well, no,
trying to-
I was genuinely saying if you can't remember, then she can go to the Emerald Conclave.
Right, yeah.
But the rest are, yeah, we're just
Oh,
about,
yeah.
like, what about this one?
All
The
right,
Stalwart Shield.
I will look into that. Thank you.
It's on the map. It's a tour
The
map.
map I gave you.
Yeah, it's a tourist map.
No, it
Who-
has the region too, but on one side it has the marsh, and on the other side it has.
This is your map? Who is Steve Ricks?
He. If you're ever looking for some place and you want some good advice, you want to find some good food or see the local attractions, he is the one to look for. Or his cousin, Yelp,
Hmm.
is also quite helpful.
Yeah, Yelp's a
Alright.
good guy.
I appreciate your generosity again. And she'll reach into her produce 6 gold, one for each of you, for your troubles.
I give it back to her and tell her she will probably need it more than me.
Reluctantly, Aja gives it back too.
She's
Not
about
to
to
be
take it, and
outdone.
she sees that Ash puts it.
She sees
back.
Ash and she doesn't want to be upstaged in front of this lady. This beautiful lady.
Remember, Aja
I
and
bite it and
Loki.
then put it in my pocket.
Aja and Loki are people who would do anything.
Yeah.
You were still under her enchantment.
Yeah, so I would have been thoroughly confused by this and would grab her and then shake her a bit and ask her
Who?
if she's okay.
The Baroness?
You,
You dare grab
you.
me? Oh, Aja?
I don't have anything. I don't know. I can't do anything. about
You're
it.
grabbing Asha. She's like, why are you touching me?
I'm
Leave me
gonna
alone,
go
I'm
now.
fine.
Artemis turns and
My
leaves.
lady. No. Cathan's like holding Aja, and Aja's like, no, wait for me.
So you see her walk off down the street and disappear around one of them. And you are now in Thaymarsh. It is pretty late at night. Probably midnight.
Oh, I was gonna cast Calm Emotions on the group, not knowing who else had been charmed.
Well, now that we got that there sword, don't we need to like destroy it or something?
Well, yes. That's a thing we have to do, right? Destroy the weapons? Or do
It
we have
is.
them?
That's what I
We could
remember.
take a boat to.
Well, I guess it's not worth
closest
it. Never mind. It's
city.
only 1 minute and it comes back.
Do you know what cities we need to go to?
Yeah. Gotta find the map. Hang on.
Gotta go back into your temple and get another map.
The map. It's the map. It's the map. Oh yes, I will do that in a minute. Calimport is probably the closest. We could take a boat.
Can I use my second wind right now?
But we should rest first.
I know I'm her.
You're all welcome to rest here if you do not have another place to go. And then perhaps we can meet here in the morning.
Oh, sure. Yeah, that sounds good. I'm gonna go back to my guild hall. I'm sure they've missed me.
Well,
And catch up on some work. And see about these wounds.
If you'd like to
Well,
come
I'm gonna
in,
go
I'm
find
sure they
myself
could take care of your wounds before you head to your guild hall.
I'm gonna find myself an inn, get a night of sleep.
Well, I don't think I have any connection to this town, so I'll join
Oh,
you.
you've never been here?
No, I can't say I have.
Oh man, Thaymarsh. It's a great place. Full of shops and businesses, small businesses that, need patrons. And, there's this temple here. That's nice. It's a nice temple area.
Kicks column.
Smack it. See this, baby?
This temple right here. Slap,
This
slap,
temple
slap.
right here, slap, slap. It's good temple. I recommend because it's Ashe goes here, so it's good temple. The rest I don't trust, but I would say this one's all right.
Well, I mean, if there's any opportunity for rest, we've kind of been at it for a while. I could use it.
I know it. I could use something.
Samesies.
Okay.
don't know.
Well, you can go to your respective areas that you will believe that you get your night's rest, whether you actually live in this town, go to an inn, rest at your enclave, your temple, your guild, go to your respective places. And if you are done for the evening, you can get your long rest.
Yay, long rest. I acquire a new
Thank you.
map before I long rest.
Right.
I'm sorry. So how can I regain hit points again?
Long rest.
So a
If you
long
push
rest
the
will
long,
give you all of your hit points back and half of your hit die back.
Oh, it
A short
didn't
rest will give you-
restore my.
Oh, a
Like-
long rest will give me all of my hit points back.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
yep.
Long rest it is.
It's not yet. Stay.
uh, 1d3.
Yeah, I hadn't used that many.
How do I? There's not a d3.
Roll a d4, and if you get a 4, reroll.
Okay. One. It regains one charge. So it has 2 charges.
Get your spell slots back.
Not by Cthulhu. And note to self, redo prepared spells. Yes, that sounds like a grand idea.
Yes, if you're
My note
Paladin
is
or Cleric,
always check for traps.
you can get to your guild hall. It's been too long. There must be.
Definitely check my room.
They've reset by now.
Yeah. I was the one that set them and I forgot them.
If you really want, you can roll investigation. Check for guild traps. You open the door to your bedroom, and a bucket of water, very cold water, salty ocean water, splashes on your head. Like, I
Damn.
forgot that one.
Why is it still cold? It's been a month. That's amazing. Ah.
Okay. So, Aja, you wanted to check out the sword?
Yeah.
So you take it out once you get to your room, and while it was in the bag of holding, you
I
did
locked
not-
my bedroom door first.
Okay.
Like, no one bother me. Close my door and lock it.
I've been gone a
Bucket of
long
water.
time. I need some alone time. Check out your piece. So you pull the sword out of the bag, and while it was in there, you could not sense anything. But when you take it out, the sense of blood once again enters your mouth and nose, and you need to make another wisdom save.
Hey, 13.
As you first get hit by this wave of iron blood, you feel something inside of you, something deep inside, trying to crawl its way out, trying to push its way into your mind, and you are really having a hard time keeping it suppressed. And do you have everything in your bag of holding? Like, once you travel, do you just stuff everything in there?
No, not all of my stuff. Like, I still have my oath bow out and my boots of speed, my cloak. I mean, I guess, what are you asking? Like, as soon as I entered my room, did I put all my stuff back in my bag?
No, like, when you... I guess. Just what do you have on your person?
I imagine I probably would have taken my clothes off, like my stuff, my armor, and put my weapons and stuff away. Because we're going to rest and we're calm, we're not in a sense of danger. So I would have put things where they go.
So you're in your either common clothes or pajamas.
Yeah.
And once this feeling washes over you, you get an inner sense of hatred and anger and like a bloodlust. And you, with the sword still in your hand, your other hand goes to your clothing and starts to rip it off. You throw the sword onto the bed and shred some of the bedding. You go to your desk that probably has all your wood crafts, and you start just trashing the place. And after about a minute, you start to calm down, and you regain your senses, and you look around. Your bedroom is a mess, and your hearing comes back to you, and you can hear someone pounding on the door, asking if you're okay.
What? I go to enter the door. I unlock it. Just kind of creak it open. What's going on? What?
see one of your fellow guild wearing his set of clothing, pajamas, and he's got a candle and looks very worried. Vundrum, the half orc, is kind of trying to peer into your room, seeing if you're alright. Did you do something? What happened? I could hear you thrashing in there.
Oh, no, just working on something. I'm just trying to workshop an idea and channeling something. Nothing to worry about. Everything's fine.
Roll deception.
Have this. There it is. I'm okay, and everything is fine.
Everything
Except your
is fine.
rolls.
Except my rolls.
So the Bundrum, the half orc, kind of like nods and tries to look over your head.
I
peer into your
try
room,
and move up, dodge like the view, just like.
kind of looking around. Oh, okay, well, I'm excited to hear about that new project. Let me know updates and stay safe. All right, Aja.
Of course. Thank you, Bondram.
Good night.
Have a good night. Close the door.
Goes down.
Do I understand what happened to me?
I don't.
'Cause I
think
don't-
so. Not yet.
Not yet. Like I just see my room trash, and I was like, "What the hell happened?"
Yeah.
Like that kind of thing. Okay.
You do remember feeling angry.
Oh, well, I don't
Felt
remember
like
what.
an anger that came out of nowhere.
Yeah, but I don't. What made me angry? And I don't remember any of the party members who had the sword act this way.
You have not seen Loki or Kahun experience this.
We also didn't touch it.
You were also still.
You guys did though. I thought you guys were using it. You were using the sword.
Not prior to. Or we used it prior to it being stolen.
Oh, you think something happened to it when it was stolen?
I don't know. Could have been cursed. I don't know. Not there.
Yeah, you're not there. I'll talk about this tomorrow with the group.
She tells herself.
Yes, I'm like talking to myself. What would Cthulhu say? He'd probably say something like, "Oh, well, it wasn't like that when we were using it before the parents stole it." Stupid Cthulhu.
Hear Vundrum through the wall. It's not really saying to talk to yourself.
It's
Just so you
fine.
know.
Jesus Christ. I'm gonna clean up the mess, and I'm going to try and avoid touching the sword again. And I'm just gonna open my bag of holding and try and just kind of scoot it along in the bag of holding.
Oh.
And make a note. Probably be upset that maybe I'm sure I tore up some of the letters from my parents and just be like, "Oh, Van Hedis," and then I'll go to sleep.
As an elf, you don't actually go to sleep. You just go to your trance.
Yes.
And you only need 4 hours as well. With that time, you don't have a dream because you're not asleep, but you have a vision of being on a boat, very similar to the one that you were on when you defeated the fiends that were invading Daymar. But this one is manned. It has several people working the ship. Unfortunately, the ship is in a vicious storm. Everyone's running around, screaming orders, trying to get the ship from sinking. And you go up to the deck to see if you can try and help them, but everyone is just trying their best to keep grips on ropes, prevent the sail from pulling them out, doing everything they can to prevent the boat capsizing. And you look around and you see that the storm calls down lightning onto the sail, splintering it, collapsing onto the ship, breaking much of it, and this causes a lot of water to start to flood the hull. And you go and try and mend what you can, but it's very little use as the ship starts to sink. And you know that you have to get out of here. You can't be on the ship. Crap. So you go to the dinghy, one of the two boats, and see that they are already in the water. Greed and selfishness, some of the sailors trying to defend themselves have already managed. And as you are trying to look for something to keep you afloat, you see you get hit by a wayward piece of wood that throws you into the water, and you hurt. Your body aches, your head is in tremendous pain. You are pulled down, and you hold your breath for as long as you can. But eventually you need to breathe. And you open your mouth to breathe in whatever air there might be, expecting your lungs to fill with water. But you breathe in the water, you feel as if breathing air, and you are pulled out of your trance. You get your long rest, but you feel restless, as if you weren't able to get this rest. You feel taut, exhausted. You wake up to a half-damaged room from when you did your best to clean it at night. But you still feel asleep. With that, we'll get to the rest of the party. And everyone's feeling, after the tournament, several days of just exhausting features, fights, feats of strength, feats of intelligence and skill. It is amazing to get good night's rest. And a soft bed, no longer sleeping on the ground in festival grounds. And it's a new day. What would you like to do?
Ashe will apologize to Ponderance for taking him so far away. Offer to take him back in a couple of days once the helm has recharged enough, or tell him he's welcome to come with us to destroy the artifact.
The last time we were here, I think it was Amanda and I were at the Emerald Conclave, and then everyone else stayed at like a tavern.
Not here.
No, that was
a different town.
Oh,
While we were traveling.
which town is this then? I don't remember.
Baymarsh, where we started.
Okay. I need them.
For what purpose are we destroying this artifact? Is it not one of
what
great
we're
power?
supposed to. And we're supposed to do this. It's how we return the power in the artifact and knowledge in the artifact back to the people, including ourselves.
Wait, so
all the knowledge-
you've been returning power to this realm?
Well, not I personally, but I know this is what these folks have been doing. The power and the knowledge was stolen, put into these artifacts and hidden around the thing. And as we find them, when we destroy them, that knowledge goes back in to the people, so they can have their knowledge back. This is what we do.
And you don't wish to keep this power for yourself?
No, I do not. I would rather have the knowledge. Thank you very much. And it goes out to all other people too. Why would I keep this one thing just to myself when it can help so many people?
Well, I think that aligns with Ponderance's mission. I think Ponderance would want to help restore the power so he can return back to his plane. Save
There
his
you
friend.
go.
I would
what
be,
we're doing.
if you would have me, I would love to join you on this quest.
But save what friend?
The friend of my dreams. See, I was with him before I was ripped away, stuck in this body once again. If I can regain my power to project to the other plane, then maybe this won't all be for naught.
Is that the plane that Aja goes to?
I'm not aware of what plane Aja goes to. I visit the plane of dreams. All creatures visit in their sleep. How do we destroy this artifact?
We must take it to a temple in one of the main cities.
Your temple?
No, there are several denominations who can destroy these artifacts, but only the larger temples in the main cities have the stores of power required to destroy them. The closest to us is Kalimport, west along the Shining Sea.
Well, then I don't imagine we should wait, should we?
I would say not to wait, but teach their own. There are also some people who seek to keep all the artifacts because of the power.
Do we need, I guess we could inquire about when the next ship will be going west?
Yeah.
So, let us begin. Should we head to the port?
Zaja, you there yet? I probably sent a. Well, I probably. Did we say where we were meeting back up? We were meeting back up at the temple, right?
Yeah, outside the temple.
Yeah. So I come walking up and we're like, oh my god. We should not go on ship wherever we head to next. Hello, good morning. I had the worst. I mean, I don't sleep, I don't dream, but I had like a vision or something of a boat sinking, and I was on it and I drowned, but I didn't drown. But it was disastrous. So we should not go on boat. It's a very foreboding dream.
So it wasn't a dream foreboding?
Is this the dream world that your friend is stuck in?
Oh fuck.
Did Aja dream of your friend's world?
Again,
the dream would happen in that world, but I'm doubtful it had anything to do with them.
Yes, and just to reiterate, I do not dream. I go into like a meditative stance.
I know how it works.
Oh, okay.
I am an elf.
Is that all elf thing? All elves do that?
I don't know. I think so. I do.
Oh, this is fascinating. I never knew this. I thought that it was just like something I and my family did. That makes me
Mm,
feel much better. Do you also have like these vision dream things?
have I had one of these vision dream things?
You have gotten visions from goddess in your translate state. Advice.
I have had visions from Mishakal, but I don't suppose it is the same as. Doesn't sound similar to what happened to you.
Not every creature visits the plane of dreams. There are gods and other creatures that can impose a vision in your head as you rest.
Is it like seeing the future?
It's more like being under the influence of something else.
I didn't drink last night. I did investigate the sword, but that's a different story. That's
Maybe your dream was influenced by the sword.
Maybe these artifacts do have the power to reconnect us to the planes of dreams. May I see the sword? I would like to just try.
I suppose that's fine, but can we go somewhere where there's a little more safety? Like less people, more of a secured room? I behaved very strangely. I just remember feeling lots of anger and a need to destroy. And I destroyed my room. I ripped up all of my lovely parents' letters and destroyed my blanket that my mother made me, and it was not great. And then I freaked out one of my roommates, my dorm mates, and so before I hand you sword, let's make sure we have a safe environment to do so.
How?
Understood. I believe the plane of dreams right now is not the kindest place. It does not surprise me that you had terrifying nightmares if you visited there. When I was there, it was less than peaceful, I will say. So, I'm certain whatever happens will not be unfamiliar to me, and I will be able to handle it just fine.
Give you sword. I pull out my bag of holding, and I just say like, sword, please, and I just kind of hold my bag out so that it hopefully just falls out of the bag. I don't want to touch it.
Ashe has opened up her new map and is studying it.
So have you gone to another location?
Would the temple suffice if we just walked into the temple? I assume we were standing outside of the temple, but
We are.
yeah.
I can take us to a secure room.
Once in that secure room, then I'll just kind of like.
I'm sure there's like some empty room.
Yeah, there
Sort
are
out.
rooms of meditation. You can go pray peacefully. Should go. So you
Take
can-
us into one and lock the door.
There are a few benches in here, cushions on the floor as well. If you want to meditate. Some incense and censers. But
Sounds good.
Aja, you were unable to pull out the item without touching the tablet.
Oh,
You put your hand in, mentally request what you want.
okay. Then I'm going to put my hand in, mentally request what I want,
Would you
and just
prefer
try
if
and
I did that?
quickly. Well, I don't think you have access to my bag of holding, right? It has to be
He
the
does,
person who
as long
owns.
as he knows what's in the bag.
Oh, okay. Then yes. Sure. Go ahead. The. Oh,
Okay.
the.
Ponderance lights the incense, and sits down, asks for the bag of holding, and pulls it out, sets it in their lap.
As soon as the sword is out of the bag, Aja, you feel that sense again, that blood sense. you have to roll a wisdom save. But you get
Oh,
the plus
God.
4.
Oh, thank God.
From Cahoon.
Cthulhu, stay here.
Do I notice her starting to act weird?
I feel like my face would tense up as soon as the sword is out. And is it that I'm smelling the smell? Or is it...
Well, you didn't need to roll insight because Aja kept
Okay.
you very worried. Very different from after after you all left before. And you can tell that she's very tense. And her unwilling to pull the sword out herself is a sign that something's wrong. Aja,
I
what
guess
was your
calm
question?
emotions, but
Oh, my question was, is it that I'm smelling the blood smell again? Or is it that I'm just having, like, a bloodlust? Like, I just want to kill something. Like,
Each time the sword is in the same room as you, you have had to make this check in your own mental state to see if you are capable of not unleashing the beast within. And with this, you feel as if without your allies here, you might have gone into that rage again, that bloodlust. But with friends nearby, you managed to remain.
she was never close enough. Was she ever close enough when we got it originally?
no, I wasn't. Because I was an archer, so I stayed, like, 80 feet back. So I never got close.
Ponderance, you pull it out, you lay it on your lap, and it looks to be the same sword as when you found it in the plains of Shar.
Ponderance
Was I
wasn't
there
there.
to find it? Yeah, I don't think
Well,
I
Sorry.
was.
The
When we
same
found it.
sword as when you saw Cocoon wielding it in the arena.
Gotcha. Well, Ponderance is gonna meditate like he did in the basement of Candlekeep and try and form his connection with the Plane of Dreams. Maybe give it like half an hour to an hour. I think since Ponderance was there, he might be able to feel if it's happening or not, but you can judge that.
Does anyone have like an identify or anything? Or if we take this time, would I be able to? Because I know you said if I attuned with it, then I get the banes and boons and whatever. Do we have to have like identify object, or how can we do that another way? Or
With these artifacts, you are unsure of how to find out what the boons are. You yourself know that after wielding it, you have the capability of activating it and doing a lot more damage.
I ask Cthulhu, like, I'm clearly, is it like I'm barely holding on? I was barely able to succeed?
This time you had much more control. The night before, you didn't completely succumb, but you also felt something inside just trying to take itself out. This time,
can
you feel much more calm inside.
even though she
Okay.
like resisted, does it still is it like a constant nagging feeling?
Yeah, like, am I still, like, I still sense it? I can tell it's there, that feeling, but I'm able to silence it and ignore it. It's not overpowering.
Can you back up and see how far it is? How close do you have to be?
So when you resist that rage,
Okay, I see.
it is suppressed, but that sense of blood still infects and haunts your sinuses.
Interesting.
So
I
see if you
asked
step away.
Cthulhu, like, Yeah, okay, I can step away, but did you ever feel that? Did you ever feel that like
No, I've
rage?
never.
That burning?
No, it is not anything that I have ever felt.
Okay, well I'll step away until I do not feel it anymore. How big is this room? How far back can I step away from Ponderance holding the sword?
This is probably pretty small since it's only a meditation room, so I'd say 10 by 10.
Okay, so I'm 10 feet away. Do I still feel it?
Yeah, still is.
Okay, I'm gonna open the door and continue taking
The door
steps.
is locked.
Oh! Hold on, we're trying to do
You're
experiments.
trapped in here with me.
You're all trapped in here with me. Can we unlock the door so I can try and distance myself?
Does everybody seem to be like normal aside from?
Yeah.
Like everyone else seems fine, but I don't feel right. Don't know why. It's very weird, but you know.
I'll unlock the door, but I'm gonna go out like ahead of her and make sure there's no one in the hall.
I'm just gonna take small steps backwards, still looking and see.
As you take steps away, once you get to about 30 feet, you feel the sense of blood start to fade in your senses. You still feel it, you can still sense the location of this object, but that inner bestial rage is becoming more easier and easier to suppress.
I don't know if Cthulhu followed, but I will kind of make note of 30 feet is when it starts to wane.
I'd be standing next to the door inside, but watching you as you walk away.
Okay, well, then I will see that then when it starts to wane and I can feel myself be able to finally kind of untense, I will give a thumbs up to Cthulhu. And then I'll walk back and be like, looks like that's about the distance I got to. Then when it's finally the anger feeling, the rage disperses. But you really don't feel that. Loki, did you feel that when you grabbed sword? Like a rage, like a bloodlust, like you wanted to just destroy things.
Maybe
Is Loki here?
Oh, what? No, I never. No, nothing.
Insight.
Nothing at all. It was just a sword to me. I mean, I never used it. I just put it away. I just carried it. But, until I gave it to Cahoon.
Maybe it just doesn't like women.
or
I am fine.
Well, but did you touch sword?
you're an elf, right?
I have
Yes.
not touched the sword.
Yes, Ash, you should touch sword after Ponderance.
What is
Maybe
your
it just doesn't like lady elves.
Oh, thanks.
what is your alignment?
Mine?
Yes.
Oh. You know, I'm not the best person, but I'm not the worst.
That is not an answer.
That's
Out of character, my alignment is chaotic neutral. What is yours?
lawful good.
Maybe it brings out your chaos more strongly.
Isn't that like asking how much people make it work?
Yeah, it seems very invasive.
Their weight,
Yeah.
age.
Buy me a drink first before you ask that kind of question.
So, who do you align with?
Lawful neutral, actually. Sorry.
You're lawful neutral.
Yeah. You have to follow the laws, whether they're the good laws or the bad laws. All laws are laws. Laws.
Ozzy.
Even the pirate code.
Laws are laws.
When somebody tries to dissuade me to break them, I say, law, 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 I can't hear you.
Ponderance, so you said you were doing a meditative state to discern the object?
Trying to recreate my ritual I did before I self-mummified to reconnect to the plane of dreams.
So,
Which I imagine is just very deep meditation.
you do know that you did research on various artifacts. That's why you went to the tournament to find Prism. So you would have read about the Summoning Force as well. This weapon came from a very powerful spell mage that managed to was able to strike down their foes in a single blow. With this weapon, it was stolen from the mage and traded hands several times before it found its way onto the Shar Plains, where a massive battle happened between dwarves and orcs, and preventing this item from falling into anyone else's hands. The entire battlefield, both armies were locked in stone. After time,
Okay.
the weapon was forgotten until recently, when they discovered that it would be an artifact that might regain the lost memories and power.
Gotcha. I think Ponderance is practicing some wishful thinking here, because his main quest is not to be on this plane anymore. So, I imagine this artifact has nothing to do with that, but he's still going to try. Is there any influence from the artifact on Ponderance at all?
Unfortunately, no. This item does
Oh.
not give off that knowledge.
Then that's fine. Ponderance is disappointed and goes to give the sword back to Asha. Probably knocking on the door to get outside.
Yeah, like Aja's outside.
I'll intercept. I don't think she wants to see it anymore.
Oh, but I do.
Oh. Okay, so
But
should
I
I hold on to it then?
No. I imagine, is Aja still like kind of like doesn't want to give it up?
Something about it,
Or-
it does unleash this. I'll say there's like a duality of your inner thoughts. You don't want to feel that rage, but also something about the sword keeps you drawn to it.
Okay. I'm fine holding it. It's fine. Like I'll just keep it in my bag, but you know, it's no. I just won't use it or touch
I
it.
think
Like we're
it-
gonna go take it to be destroyed. I think nobody should be using it.
Okay, here you go.
Put it
And
back
the
in
sword
my.
back to Aja. The blood sense
bag.
returns as it gets closer to you. Though you don't have to make that wisdom save again. You feel as if once it goes into your bag and comes out, you'll have to struggle with that that's inside.
Do I feel it when it's in the bag, or do I feel fine when it's in the bag?
Once it enters the bag and completely disappears from this area, you no longer sense the blood.
Okay. So as soon as it's in the bag, like Aja kind of just sighs and relaxes her shoulders. He's like, "See, so good." Catch my bag, and so where we need to go, but not by boat.
If you ever take that out of your bag, I will take it from you.
we
Agreed.
we will need to go on a boat at least across the channel here to Soldolfor, and then we can travel across land.
Where are we headed?
To Calmport, west. The easiest way would be by boat, but if you are that adamant, we not take a boat. We could travel by land. West.
Oh, I see. In the Combe Desert. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That sounds good to me. Less boat, good times.
Is it?
And yes, that's fine, Katoon. If I do pull it out, I don't see myself ever doing that outside of the last time. Destroy it. But if I do, then you'll have the right to punch me and take it from me.
I will just use hold person. It's much simpler.
Sure.
That way you can't put up much of a fight.
Alright, so you head out of the temple. But on your way out, Ashe and Loki, something catches your eye. You see a figure, very familiar figure, in a hooded robe. And this person is at the altar to Shakal. They seem to be in short prayer, and a very elegant scarlet hand reaches out from the robe and drops 2 coins into the donation box. He then turns.
I'm gonna greet her, but use like a different name.
Greetings, Georgetta.
I'll just be like, "Oh, Olivia, how are you today?"
She turns to see you, and you can see a little bit of her face beneath the cloak. She tries to keep it down so you can't see her eyes, but you do recognize her. And she kind of gasps when she sees you, startled that anyone would approach her and talk to her. But when she sees it's you and the kindness that you gave, she smiles. She says, I thought about what you said last night. I'm very sorry left off in such a way, but after a night's rest and some time alone, I did realize that it is probably safe to be indoors. Thank you once more for your generosity. I came to give offerings to your goddess. Hope that she will shine blessings upon my future, as my past is full of things.
She is a great healer. May she smile upon you. If you need anything in preparation for wherever you plan to head next, please ask anyone here. Give them my name, and they will help you acquire whatever you need.
Is Aja and Loki, are they still enamored by her?
They. Yes, Aja and Loki, once they realize that Sarah is here, their demeanor changed. Either infatuation or slight embarrassment, not recognizing her first.
Hmm.
Though she does keep her head down, some of her face is covered. You do know that Ashe just walked up, started talking to this random person, giving information. She will.
I mean, I
ask-
did call her by a different name.
Yeah, but it's still
Figured.
in their minds. They saw someone who looked very similar to this person.
Mm.
She will ask Ash. I'm a little unsure of where everything is. You gave me the map. Can you point to Assam for me? I have urgent matters to attend there.
Of course. And I'll flip the map over and point it out and kind of point out the way there and any thing that I know about the way there.
Is there... I see that there's a lot. Should I go by ship? Are there caravans that are going?
There's what in between? Sorry, you cut out.
There's a lot of just stuff. There's a lake, a bunch of mountains. She's asking if there are... asking for recommendations of travel.
Where did she say she was going again?
Assam?
Assam. Is that the same direction as us? I don't.
Is that like
Trying
with
to
an
find
H?
it on the map.
So
Oh, ASS.
if you pretty much go straight north past the watch, it's
The Shining Plains.
Oh, I see. No, it looks like by road would be the best. We actually are traveling some of that ourselves. If you would like to travel with us for a time.
You said we're in Callanport, right?
you're
No.
That's where we're going.
We're in Thaymarsh.
Oh, okay. I forgot. That's what I said.
That's what I heard. Roll persuasion with advantage.
Is Cthulhu here?
Why would
It's only
Is
for
that-
saves.
Oh,
guidance?
my bad.
Oh, I mean,
I can do that myself, actually.
Yeah, but
I
like,
think.
okay, so like guidance and resistance, though. I mean, I know they're. I could give you assistance, but guidance would be a little too on the nose.
Ability check.
You can
I give myself
say-
guidance.
You can say like a few magic words and it can change things. And
What was I rolling? I'm sorry, persuasion. And a D4 to my 16. 18.
she'll look at the rest of the group and see kind of the mismatch.
I'll add on at the when I see her like thinking that they probably wouldn't look for her in a group. She would be less likely to be recognized.
That is very true. And I know you, as I have seen, you have fared well. I know you know how to defend yourselves very well. Yes, I think it might be a good idea. At least the first leg. Oh, and she'll reach into the and pull out a rolled up scroll of parchment. She'll hold it out to Ashe. I saw this in the tavern that I was staying at. Do you happen to know who this person is? And she will reveal the bookstore that is everywhere. And she points to
It's me.
she points to the she asks Ashe, who is this person? Do you happen to know? I've seen these flyers all around. I figured
Have you not heard of the few?
Oh my god, they are like the best group right now. Everyone's heard of the few.
I have not been kept in touch with the news from outside.
But do you wish to know this one? Yes. And
yes. Pointing to Kalas.
Oh yes, that is Kalas. She is a cleric.
Mm-hmm.
Like me.
How do these people know about
The few are one of the groups working to restore memories by destroying cursed artifacts.
Oh, prism I gave your friend Loki.
Yes, like that.
I don't know.
Was it
I heard that they were like cursed, and wherever they went, destruction followed.
Oh my. Well, I wish to find this person. Do you happen to know? Obviously, you've seen if these posters are everywhere. Do you know where they have been gone?
They have been all over.
Yes,
I
like,
just don't
they-
know how much we know.
Yeah, can we roll?
Like how old would our knowledge be? I guess.
Because it's probably been like a few years since
only-
they came through Thaymarsh, right?
No, it's only been a year.
Oh,
You're in.
well, I knew they came to Thaymarsh. They came through here.
Yeah.
They like bought stuff.
They attended the festival was here, right?
Yet you know so much about these people?
Yes, the
I mean,
festival
they are
is here.
very noticeable when they show up. Like, there's just an air about them. Like,
Yes. This one is grumpy, and this one likes to make party tricks with water.
This one, wee, all the way.
I don't know how
This
you
one
guys know so
died.
much about them. It's weird.
This one died.
I mean,
R.I.P..
you don't spend much time in town, though.
That is true, yes.
So you wouldn't have much occasion to hear of them.
You're from north, right? Did they not? Like, you've never heard of them?
I thought he was
Gallus.
from the mountains.
Gatos keeps that information. He doesn't like me about what's going on outside. Keeps me involved in anything.
That does not sound like a healthy relationship. You need counseling.
You need therapy.
Well, I mean, I know they have connections to Baldur's Gate, but I don't think things are going well there. So I don't know where they would have gone next. Perhaps to look for more artifacts. Think we have knowledge of one more?
One more.
Do we?
I don't know. You said it like you're a fucking witch.
I'm trying to remember because I really don't remember which artifacts we knew of. I thought there were 3 and we grabbed 2 now.
Did know about the northern ones. Gauntlets of brute strength and the but those were very fun. We're gonna grab these 2. Destroy them.
Yeah.
Find more.
Leave. That's why we're finding these artifacts, right? Because that's what we heard the few were doing.
Yes.
Like people was telling us about them, and like that's what they were doing. And so we were like, yeah, we could do that too.
Well, we found out about some artifacts, and maybe they don't know about those ones, so we figured we could help out.
Appreciate your welcomeness to guide me as well. Maybe along the way I'll learn something about defending myself. Maybe.
Do you
But-
have any innate skills, or do you want to learn a weapon?
She holds, well, no, not here. She says, I do have some form of defense. That's just the one thing. So, dagger. Protect myself. Was not allowed to learn too much. Any skills. Gatos always told me that the gods will always protect me. I am now protection. In fact, I think they might seek me to take me back. Shall
Well, our journey together will provide plenty of time for you to learn more.
greatly humbled by this. Not spent much time outside the nobility state. I was raised as one of the high ups, so it's not people lower in status than myself. Do what I can to adapt to new situations that arise.
I am sorry for your plight. I do have one request though. It seems that you have bewitched my friends. They will not stop groveling.
It's an
Can you-
honor.
Can you please shut her up? She's not touching on the X.
I seem to have that effect on people. I am very sorry. There's nothing I can do. Yes.
Okay, okay.
Sire.
It is quite unfortunate. I guess we must suffer.
Alright, do you
Okay,
want to
well-
head out?
Yes, are we heading out? Real quick, I have a lot of money from the tournament earnings. I would like to get converted. Don't want to be carrying like 1,000 silver on me, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't
yeah,
even remember.
If you'd like to,
We should get some supplies.
For coming in fourth, did I even
Supplies.
get anything? I don't even remember.
got the ram statue
Oh, that's right.
or the goat statue.
Yeah,
Yes.
we got a giant goat.
Well, that's it. Technically, I got a giant goat, a large goat, and a medium size, a large goat, and a small
Yes. So you can throw the medium to small goat at
goat.
people.
No one is throwing any of my goats, ma'am.
I said you could. You are welcome to throw your goat as like festivities.
That was kids are
The large one immediately causes sheer fright and panic to anyone not riding it.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense. It's a giant goat. There's freaking kaiju on the city. It was like, what is that?
Come on.
So before
It's-
we cross,
No, it would have been the incarnation of Bahamut.
God. Oh, Jesus. Ah. I think this is the most emotional damage I've taken.
Also, remember, Ash got 2 potions, bracers, and
yes. How do? Oh, of course.
Yes. So, what is the gold conversion again? It's like 100. So 100
Yeah.
silver equals 1 gold.
yes.
So I have 10 gold. All right.
I am Ron Bird.
10? You have 10. Is gold to
I have
platinum
100. I have 100
also?
gold.
Yes. You said you had 1,000?
Yes. Right? No. Yes. I have 10 gold.
Yes.
Yes. I have 1,000. I had 1,000 silver.
Is gold to platinum also 100?
Yes.
Yes, in this world.
So expensive. Gold is rare, right? Like, we give gold out as tips, and people are like, oh my god, I can quit.
I mean, the Baroness literally tried to pay us each with a gold piece.
That's true.
Well, I mean, she is shuttered inside for most of her life and has no concept of money, so
That's
also-
also fair.
Has been threatened by her life and felt like the act of selflessly transporting her to a safe location is reward enough as 1 gold each.
So we should get some supplies before we cross the channel, and we need to. Well, I guess there's really only one route we have to go up and around.
So we need to buy a ship or rent, not
just
rent
need
a ship, but just,
Passage across the channel.
yeah.
Yeah, you know about they're basically sister cities.
There's like a
The-
ferry, right?
yeah, it's a ferry. It's free.
It's free.
They came up with an agreement. between the two
Public
cities
transit.
that
Oh
there's
my
enough travel
gosh.
Between the 2 places, that, actually providing free transit is better than charging.
Socialism. Hooray!
This time,
don't you mean the socialism?
I
What
was
do you
able
mean
to-
this time? I created the halfway house,
These
and we made an
Finish it.
inn for refugees,
That's other
funded by an
places.
inn for rich people.
You should have
That's
you should
true.
have finished the house. Instead of
Halfway
stopping
house?
halfway.
Okay. Transitional housing.
There's free healthcare. Like, get sick
Yeah,
and you just go and
at
they
the
give you the medicine
temple,
for free.
The temple, lodging.
Although when a bunch of
Student loans
refugees
don't
went
exist.
into Waterdeep, everyone was upset. The massive saturation.
Oh,
So
there's no
skyrocketed.
socialism in Waterdeep.
No, but you're trying to create it
That's true.
with your influx
Well, I was
of
also talking
money.
about the one on the islands. The
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. So socialism is in some areas, but not everywhere in Faerun. That makes sense. But anyways, I mean, we still have plenty of food and stuff, things. I think I would like something that would, help set off traps. So I think that's something I would like to look for buying is like a rogue tool set,
I mean,
thieves
you have a-
tools.
Do you have a
Bag
pet
of
monkey?
1,000 ball bearings.
I give them to my raccoon. I build a little tiny wooden catapult on his back
What?
so he can just, fire off the little ball bearings. No, I would like to look for thieves' tools because that seems to be something we need.
Yes, because we are all thieves.
No, just we've encountered doors. Locked
That's fair.
doors.
Players
Yep.
greatest.
So how much was that? How much is thieves' tools kit?
Um,
50 gold.
And a crowbar. How much? Crowbar, thieves' tools.
Do you want to haggle or do you want to just straight up pay?
Sure, I'll try and haggle. The persuasion,
Persuasion.
13.
Yeah, it's good enough. They give you it's 20 slight discounts.
20 gold.
Yeah. Originally it was going to be 25.
That's the slight discount.
Oh God. Does anyone have another 10 gold?
Yes. I give her.
I know
10 gold.
Loki's got a lot of gold, but
I've got some gold. What did you need?
I just need like 10 gold. I'm gonna buy us a crowbar and thieves' tools because it seems to be something that we might need for future door encounters.
Oh, sure. Let me just give you a platinum piece and get everything you need.
Oh my gosh! Oh, Maseranas, thank you so much. I am forever grateful, Loki.
We have no idea what money is, so just calm. Right?
Maybe poor in real life, but rich as hell in this game, at least.
Yeah.
Oh, 1 platinum.
So 20 gold for the thieves' tools and 1 gold for the crowbar.
Oh. Does anyone they happen to have some wyvern stuff on me? I'm not sure if I want to keep it or if I should sell to somebody. Anyone have any thoughts?
Have what?
I mean, what would you do with it if you kept it?
Oh,
It's like wyvern?
yes.
Oh,
Is that the thing that I bought?
yeah, you can sell that for good money if you find the right seller. Would I know people who could use those materials for crafting, like in the guilds, in the crafters guild?
Oh yeah, you could find good buyers who needs that. It's not everyday costs. Arts.
Yeah. So I'm gonna help him find those sellers.
Ash will volunteer to buy the food. I will give you a list later.
We'll do major shopping after sections.
Yeah.
Want to sell
So I help-
anything, buy anything?
Yeah. So I help him sell the stuff. Deal with all that later, and then ferry is free, right?
Yep.
For 7. Ponderance, you're coming along, right?
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Flavor Flav.
Board the ferry, be like, see you later, Thamarsh. Tits are out.
Oh, that's right.
Oh my god.
Soon,
Best
tits will be
idea
known.
I've ever had.
Tits will be known as well as the few.
What if they join forces,
Then you'll have to top
become the
yourself.
few tits?
The few tits.
That's what they tell all their enemies. Resistance is futile.
I mean, this is really our first time since the tournament to be all back together and that we're not under immediate threat and everything, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Mhm.
we've been able to kick back and, after the tournament and stuff. Okay, so yeah, when you were talking about and needing gold, I mean, then I realized that, wow, I haven't dispersed everyone's money yet.
What money?
Wait,
I mean, I forgot all about money.
Because I got 1,000 platinum pieces.
Yeah, that's right. That's why I was like, Loki, could I perhaps?
Hey,
sugar daddy. You get 100 platinum pieces, and you get 100 platinum pieces, and you get 100 platinum pieces. So let me see. How many people are in my party? We got 5 other people.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to subtract 500 platinum pieces from my thing. So now I just have 500.
No.
And everyone adds 100
Oh my.
platinum pieces to theirs.
Whatever will you do?
I don't know. It's a heavy burden.
Literally. All that weight. It's good to empty the wallet sometimes.
Yeah. All your platitudes.
But look, yeah, it just, yeah.
Receive
So,
from the
yeah,
rich
no, I
and give to
didn't-
the poor.
So,
Very
So-
good.
there we go. So yeah, you all have plenty, I think. To,
Dick around with. Thank you for my allowance.
Because I'm
He's a-
now, to be
He's a-
clear, I only gave you 100, not 101. So I gave you 99
Yes,
in
so I
addition to
have-
the one I already gave you.
Yes, I recorded that. I will treasure it.
She got an advance on her allowance.
Yeah. And then I assume we're just like on the ferry, right?
I mean, yeah. I was waiting for people to be done with any money or shopping needs. We'll go over small things. If you want to find like a magic item, maybe not super magic item in these 2 towns. Maybe in Kalimport they'll have something better. But if you want to message me later about something you've been looking at, grab some cool item.
I think we need to re-up on rations if we don't have any. Unless
I already
Still
said
have-
I was gonna.
Yeah. And we still have 70 days worth of elk meat.
Oh my god.
So
And,
is that 70 portions or 70 days for 6 people's worth of
70 days.
I've got to say, even though I really like elk, I'm getting a bit tired of it.
It's understandable.
Well, you can get your own food then.
I guess I will try and buy some seasonings.
I already
Before we-
have a. Didn't I buy a
Spice
spice
pouch?
thing?
Oh yeah, you have a
Yeah.
spice pouch. Oh yeah, I'll. You know, while we're traveling, I'll just work on turning it into jerky. So that different flavored. Like I'll do like a barbecue jerky and teriyaki jerky, maybe Cajun jerky. We got a baker, Ponderance. He knows how to bake bread. So
I know how to break bread.
I think I have
And I
some
have-
bread baking insights, but it was ruled I don't know how to bake bread.
What?
I have daily cheese.
Oh, I could make a quiche.
Oh, we just need to buy a chicken. Then we'll have eggs while we travel.
And where will we carry the chicken?
Yeah.
In the bag of
What?
holding.
In the bag of-
Take
In
it
the
out to
bag of
breathe
holding.
every once in a while.
Just
Yeah.
put it with a bag of air.
I just buy a bubble air, so that it has air.
Like those spiders that go underwater.
Yeah. Or we just keep the head out for the chicken, so the most of its body is in the bag of holding, and then there's just a chicken head sticking out.
Or it can just ride on your
That's
shoulder.
disturbing. Huh?
In some other extra dimensional space, there's a chicken butt just sticking.
Just egging.
Cause it's like it's producing its eggs in the bag of holding, so we don't have to worry about it trying to hide them away. It's
Wait a
actually kind of genius. And then you just egg please, and then you get the bag of holding and it gives you egg.
But can you imagine? I mean, if it's an extra dimensional space and the chicken's head is in one side, its butt's the other, the egg. You know what I mean? Is it a chicken or not a chicken when that egg is, hatched or in there?
Well, I don't think it'd be fertilized.
Yeah, there's just I don't think there's a
Yolk.
second chicken.
Try
I
to
guess so.
fertilize.
Okay, we're good then. Never mind. Ignore that.
I mean, only if an interdimensional chicken shows up, in the space that the bag of holding occupies or has, and then impregnates or fertilizes those eggs, then we'd have just a weird mishmash of half interdimensional,
But
half
they
real chicken.
would die
Yeah, they would not survive.
being in the bag.
Okay.
But then I'd have free chickens to eat, So even if they do get fertilized, it's no problem.
As fascinating as this little mind riddle is, what were we doing?
We're on ferry having this discussion while we traverse ferry.
Sarah
gonna get
kinda
a-
leans over to Ash and says, this is what common people talk about all the time? Half chicken, space, roosters?
Sometimes.
I have much to learn.
What is the name she is using now?
You gave her Olivia. So
I did. I called her Olivia. Okay.
You guys just something to talk about.
she will also show Ashe, at least while you're having this conversation, kind of pull her aside and show her. So it's pretty well crafted. Has a large wooden handle, and the blade is engraved with filigree. Looks like vines and thorns.
Hmm.
And she said, "It can do this too. And this is the one thing that Garros gave me." And she'll flick a switch on the side, and the knife will split in two lengthwise and become a fan.
Mm,
It has the paper
very
in it.
nice.
I can use this to hide my face. If you ever need it.
Does she get new clothes?
She'll probably ask about what she should buy. She'll like go to like really poor looking shabby clothes that might make her look like a commoner, but if you want, you can tell her, no, you can spend your money a little bit.
Yeah, oh, to like help her get some that are like not expensive, but not like like they will hold up. They not shabby either. I don't know if she wants any like kind of armorish type stuff, or if she just wants traveling clothes. But I'll tell her perhaps she should
Get some mud for her face. She should then
consider
charm
getting
everybody.
something.
So, other than Space Cox, is there anything you'd like to talk about?
What we might find in Calimport?
How many of you have traveled pretty far out in time?
Define pretty far.
Yeah.
Well, as far as Calimport.
Oh,
Maybe you haven't
just-
gone to there, but like gone
Just
that distance.
That's
the-
probably about the extent.
well,
I
just her?
Anyone?
Okay. Yeah, because like my home is like 6 times as far away from us as it is to Calimport.
You're from the spine of the world, right?
The Icicle Mountains. On the
Ice
far
Room
right. Yeah, the ice room.
Aja, you probably know a lot more about this, knowing the trades with the guild. And Ashe, if you've been to Ellenport before, Sheila would know from taverns, hearing talk from sailors. Loki has heard a little bit about the different cities in this area, and Ponderance has done a little bit of research. Calimport is one of the largest cities in Faerun, which is why it was chosen as the one of the cities that destroys magical artifacts. In Calimport, it's much more. It's a huge merchant. Money gets you far there. In other towns, like you do have to have some credibility, but if you are just from out of town and you hand over a reasonable sum of money, people don't really care where you're from. They just treat you well. So money talks there. It's a heavy port city. There are a lot of different types of people. Not so much as Skuld, where they're more like monster types, but there are types in Calimport that you wouldn't see in this far south. So like Cahoon's Goliath people. There are a lot of elves that are from forests that you don't really see as much in this area since it's more There are. It's kind of like Baldur's Gate. Only just there are a lot more southern races down.
Mm.
So you'll see some Yuan Ti, though it's a little bit rare. Some people come from Cholt, which is more of a human jungle area. You'll see sort of goblinish races, hobgoblin, orcs, some kobold. Nothing incredibly monstrous, like Minotaur. Bugbear. So you can expect to see a lot of people, varieties of cultures, civilizations. This would be a good prospects. The road to Palanport is, though it's not a main road, it is much better traveled than some of the roads you've been on recently. So, that being said, you can either get a caravan going from Silka 4 to Jeshpek, which is right before the mountains, or you can travel alone. It's pretty much safe no matter what. Once you cross the mountains, you are into danger territory. And then after the last city before Palanport is Mashaka, which is kind of the last traded city before you get into no trails.
What if we went up and across the the solid line road?
Yeah, going up to Sardush, Dormar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it would take a bit longer, and you'd go through a desert.
I mean, we'd go through the desert anyway, wouldn't we? Or along the edge, I guess.
Near it. You could also spend more time with Sarah.
Mm-hmm. I figure that way at least we're with her like halfway there. But that was one of the things I was going to bring up to the group, like, do we want to go through the mountains in this more dangerous looking way, or go a little farther out of our way and pick the main
Are
road?
you all seeing a map somewhere?
No,
I'm looking at the map. It's linked in the other channel. What is it called? Documents? Yeah, in the
There it
documents
is.
panel at the very top is the link to the map.
I have
Oh, I
no
set down my
idea.
ice cream and now I can't pick it up.
So these are all the cities that you can speak.
Cool.
You can either go along the mountains, Alamir Mountains, or you can cross them, go through the forest as well. right now, Hissera will follow you, believing in what is your best interest. Side.
I was thinking perhaps we should travel just us for now.
Is there no caravan?
What's everyone think?
Yeah, let's do that.
Sure, I'm fine with that.
Duh. That's fine.
Okay. So you get to Silver 4, you get your final shopping done, whatever you need, let me know afterwards, and you start. You noted some month or so.
Hooray!
Go to
That
the
means
southern.
Oh.
I have my sworn enemy back.
Finally, I feel safe with my sworn enemy. It's there. It'll take about twice as long to go.
We can discuss it on the way.
She will, or Sarah will ask you about various things very recently. So I did notice, sort of secretly, that it's possible that Garros was in league with some outside forces, something with evil intent. Is there anything you know about?
Aja, I guess still trusting the Baroness? Like, am I still, like, dedicated?
Yes.
Okay. I do not withhold this information, but I tell her, like, oh, for sure. Like, so, like, you know how at the dinner I left and, you know, I said I needed to use the bathroom? Well, I took my time and I overheard a strange conversation between the Baron and let me scroll through my notes. Senor. And there was like a third voice, but there was no third person. And it went something like this. And I recount the entire conversation of
From
Baron.
memory.
Yes, from memory. I portray each character. Like the Baron said he was very angry. And he said, "You need to get this cleaned up. I don't care what it takes. You need to stop this now." And then Senor said, "Really? I need to do something about it?" And then the Baron responded, "Yes, you are the one taking care of everything." And then Senor said, and just a kind of like flamboyant, but also like, you know, a little bit of you know, like he was the one in charge. He said, yes. He said, "Really? Well, you can just enter to him." And him sounded like it was in all caps, like it was like, you know, someone important. And then the voice, there was this mysterious voice, but it was speaking in abyssal, and it said, "They don't know where it is. We don't need to do anything. It's fine." So yeah, I don't think the Baron was, a stand-up guy. Definitely into something shady.
I do remember that Senor Savors was maybe have been part of these dealings, but I didn't know it was so obvious and out of there. Know about whoever him is. His bodyguard, Melodious. He was very new. I haven't seen him much before dinner that night. And now that you mention answering to someone, Garos mentioned that he... Well, I guess not mentioned, but he did in fact show his anger, and it would sometimes lash out in actual fire. He came in possession with some fire magic. Don't know where from. It's possible that it's from him you speak of. But he would often punish those who would go against him, even if it was staff. Abyssal, what? Who speaks Abyssal? Do you know?
Oh, I do. I speak Abyssal. Wait,
I thought you said you knew you actually speak.
I actually speak Abyssal, so that's why I could understand this strange voice. It was speaking in Abyssal words. But there was no third person there during the conversation. So it seemed like the Baron and Senor both understood this Abyssal being or Abyssal language. Is that not normal? Did he not normally know Abyssal?
Well, I don't know. Didn't really speak anything other than common around me. I guess it's obvious I'm mostly a trophy. Just there to make people easier to manipulate in some cases. He never showed his anger in front of those he didn't know personally. He kept it so that people think he's generous and prosperous. Despite what you saw in Shanty, he's definitely not a kind person.
Do you know, were you guys married?
What do you mean? Of course we were.
Like, wife and husband? Do you need a divorce attorney?
Well, I'd rather not contact him anymore, if that's the question.
Ooh, so then a restraining order.
I don't know if that will stop him. Anything to not indicate where I am would be wise.
Was he one to travel? Did he?
Oh, yes, of course. He traveled all the time. He didn't allow me to go anywhere. Though I did occasionally.
Do you know of any place he didn't travel to?
He mostly kept to the Triton, but he also... He had to make dealings with all over the place. Anywhere, Chondak, the Vilhan Reach, across the sea. occasionally crossing the Sea of Fallen Stars. I actually don't know if he's ever been to Maymarsh.
Well, so then it sounds like just keeping you further away from that area, from the Tri-Cities, would be good. More south.
I do understand that is priority, but like I said before, I'd really like to go to the south.
Why?
There than in the sea.
Oh,
You can roll insight,
yeah.
everyone, because you're all part of the conversation. You can go if you're bored.
I'm
This
not
would be-
bored. It was a lulling conversation.
This will be lore heavy last half hour.
What am I rolling? Sorry.
Insight.
Insight. Yeah, I will give myself guidance again. Oops, sorry. I forgot to turn that off. D4. 25. And back to normal.
Ashe and Ponderance. You notice that whenever she mentions a song or travel, she kind of like moves away as if she's wanting to hide something in that sense. You don't think she's lying, but she is keeping the truth out.
Hmm.
Some people a long time ago that I knew and saw. I wanted to check on them. See how this is. It's been a while, so I don't know if they'll still be there. It's a start.
That's good that you have people to go back to. That's important.
Yes.
Do you know much more about Savors? I do remember him a little bit before. You know, the mind wipe that messed up everything. Do you know much about him? Or maybe his bodyguard, Melodius?
Ooh, Savors. I know not much, but outside of, like, he kept saying he was the one that called the shots.
That's bizarre. He worked for Garos.
Yeah, no,
Why
not
you
in the
would say that.
conversation they had. Because, like, he literally said, I call the shots, you know this, now keep it for a little longer.
Appreciate your memory. It's as if you were reading off something.
Oh, no, I have very good memory. Hides the piece of paper.
Well, he has run the Midnight Soul for a while, long enough for me to remember it before the wipe. So
Did you like have a lot of interactions with Savors, with Senor?
occasional dinners, meetups. He would meet up with Garos sometimes.
did he ever seem like he changed personalities? Like he was just a really nice fellow, and then just one day, along with how your husband had changed, or the Baron had changed, no, that just became a little more sinister.
Well, like everything at dinner, he's been like that for as long as I can remember. You're speaking of him talking about running and owning Gyarados is very bizarre. He's always worked for Gyarados.
Yes, interesting. Maybe whatever ails them both. Whatever this him is, it controls both of them. But it somehow started with Savors. So Savors has hierarchy in his controlled state. You know anything about
They're
demons?
awfully perceptive.
Well, I mean, personally, no, I have not interacted with demons. But, as a tiefling, my family has had to talk a bit about why I was different than the others. I mean, it's great. I'm grateful that out here it's more accepted, possibly among cities with a large influx of tiefling people, but inland it's much less kind to those who are different.
Oh, I understand this. Well, so I ask because, like, there was demons on a boat that came to Thaymarsh, and that's kind of how we all met up and became the tits. Because there were demons on ship that came from Baldur's Gate? Right?
I think
Really?
that's where the ship came from. Yes.
Yes.
Do you know what happened at Baldur's Gate? I heard some things. It said I'm not able to hear about news from the outside. So,
That's the thing. I think nobody's really heard about what officially has happened to Baldur's Gate. We know something's happened, but it's
Yeah.
just rumors. But we don't actually know. That's why
Not
we're
for
excited
sure.
for boat. Right, yes.
maybe they'll have some
Like-
news where you're going.
Hopefully.
It's a larger city, right?
Yes.
Yes.
But
Hopefully they will know.
like I said, I don't know personally about demons. Baron Gatos would occasionally talk about devils being the stronger life force. He actually forbid me from bearing children because he believed that he might be able to strike a deal with the devil to have immortality.
What?
What does that have to do with not wanting children?
He
Yes, children
believed
are a
that
blessing.
an heir would threaten his power.
What a dick. Do you want children?
Oh, well, have you roll insight again?
Okay. Because I've been rolling so well.
Yes, you
Yeah.
have. Plus
Ah.
5.
21.
Are these magic words you say before looking at them? Is there something? Anyway, Ashe, you don't really. She seems to dismiss the aspect that you think of it. But Ashe, when it is mentioned, she seems to flinch, as if she's expecting something. And there's something else inside that she wants to say, but feels as if she might be punished for saying.
Well, I guess it's fine. Like, not everyone needs children. Everyone has different views of children, but I don't know where I'm going with this. So you don't know much about demons, but it sounds like if he was thinking that he could make a deal with the devil. That's not great. And devils are kind of like demons. So
You do remember seeing the devil statue at the entrance to the monastery.
oh yeah, that's right. They're similar. They're like I think there's something there. That's a clue about whatever's going on. And the fact that they took our sword that we found and worked hard to get, but he kept referring it to his sword, his item.
Maybe he is the one that cursed the items in the first place.
Oh, maybe.
This item, is it significant? Obviously it is if you have to go to such lengths to take it back. What is...
It is cursed and must be destroyed.
Yes.
It's one of the artifacts like the few collect to be destroyed.
Oh wow. So why would Gatos... But Gatos gave you the prism. So why
Yes, he did.
keep the sword?
Because he gave us the prism. Okay, again, in conversation I overheard, he got chewed out for giving us the prism, but he said, they will leave and we won't have anything to worry about anymore. And then Senor had said, Senor had said, I should be punishing you, as referring to the Baron, for what you gave them. And the Baron responded, it was in the contract. I couldn't say no. Just let them have this one and they will leave. So, it was supposed to be a trade, I guess.
Savorsh was threatening Gatos?
Yes.
But... I would sometimes see Gatos inflict fire and pain on Savorsh in a stance of power. He would do it publicly. Well, he would do it to show the guards who's boss. So
perhaps it was this him.
Who?
From the previous conversation, the him.
The mysterious voice that spoke in Abyssal.
How is he involved in this scenario?
Well, he is involved with both of the people?
Maybe Savorsh is possessed by him. And so when
or just
the Baron...
it is the way that him keeps the Baron as the ruler so he can control him?
Oh, that could be.
If the Baron seems powerful, then none will dare challenge him.
Maybe we look into who might be able to speak this language. It sounds like not everyone can speak. At least you might be able to understand this. We could find out more about this.
Intriguing. Either way, I think it's a good idea that we destroy this item that the Baron wanted but also did not want.
It's quite the conflict. Figure if
Yes.
it's strong enough, you would want to keep both of them. But to give one up willingly, well, actually taking them from you.
Yeah, like he really wanted to keep the item, but also not. Like, the item is for some reason important, so I think it's very good that we destroy it.
Hmm.
Perhaps the Baron is fighting back on being controlled. And he did it this way so he would not get in as much trouble. And he took the sword to kind
But
of.
he also, when I took the sword before the fight, there was a loud voice. Like how, maybe it was in my head. I don't know. There was a lot of fire happening, but there was a voice that had said something along the lines of like, "How dare you take what is mine? What is rightfully mine?"
But did it sound like the Baron's voice, or did it sound like this hymn?
Ooh, I don't know.
Uh,
I kind of just assumed it was the Baron.
You can roll history.
Yeah, we'll
Did
give
I
it a
hear
shot,
it
boy.
too?
No, only Ashe.
Ooh, 20! What did I
Hey.
hear?
One of the few this evening. You recognized it as the Baron.
We are tits, not the few.
Get it right.
It was the Baron's
I-
voice. Man,
Okay.
Stop.
So
Stop.
okay, so yeah, like it was Baron's voice for sure. But I don't know if like it was pre-recorded or if that was like the sound of an alarm spell, but he just left that recording and maybe he was possessed by whatever this abyssal hymn is. But it definitely sounded like the Baron, who felt like the sword belonged to him, even though it didn't. We found it in that weird stone statue area.
Mhm.
Do you have any other questions for yourself?
Not at the moment.
Okay. Then we will end it there. On your way to Kellenport to destroy 2 artifacts.
I made a friend.
Hooray!
I don't have to remember her name because I gave her a different one.
We're still going to forget it. 'Cause
That's not
what
true.
we do.
I wrote it in my character sheet.
Oh.
All right. I'm gonna go and spend some time with my sister.